Are you ready to uncover the secrets behind these perplexing and troublesome powers? Let's begin our countdown of the top 5 worst devil fruits in the world of One Piece. Number 5. The Chop Chop Fruit. The Chop Chop Fruit grants the power of detachment, turning its user into a human jigsaw puzzle. While this ability has its merits, the constant risk of disconnection turns daily activities into a comedic challenge. The fruit's major strength, as shown by Buggy, is that the user becomes immune to damage from being cut or pierced regardless of the nature of the attack, including those infused with hacking, instead of suffering permanent dismemberment from such assaults. The separated body parts of the user remain fully under their direct control. These parts can be manipulated at will to launch unique attacks or reattach to the remaining portion of the body. Buggy has even demonstrated the ability to reassemble himself in a low gear-like manner after getting reduced to fine strips by Draco Mihawk. While the user is immune to slashing and piercing attacks, they remain vulnerable to different modes of attacks, like blunt impacts such as punches and strikes. Also, even when a body part is detached, the user retains the ability to feel sensations of whatever happens to that part. This can be a major weakness, particularly when the user is divided, as an enemy can do all sorts of things to the separated body parts. Next up, we have the Jacket Fruit. This fruit's main strength is to allow the user to transform into a complete skin jacket, wearable by both humans and animals. This transformation grants the user the capability to control the wearer's body and gain their abilities, potentially resulting in a boost in strength. While in the form of a jacket, the user maintains the ability to move and talk, though it remains unknown if they can force anyone to wear the jacket against their wishes. Notably, size difference between the user and wearer seems to be of no issue, as the user's size seems adaptable for a wearer who is larger, based on all uses demonstrated. This ability appears to require the presence of another individual or creature to serve as the wearer, and it remains uncertain if the fruit's abilities can be useful solely to the individual who consumed the fruit. Similarly, as the user's showcased powers require another to wear them, it seems that they need a willing and cooperative host. Coming in at number 3 is the Bubble Fruit. This power might grant the ability to create and control soap bubbles, but the user's vulnerability when in their bubble form makes it a challenging ability to wield effectively. The fruit's major strength, as shown by Califa, is that it gives its user the power to emit and manipulate soap and bubbles directly from their own body. These bubbles originate from the user's body and can even form while the user is wearing gloves. The bubbles are also capable of not only cleansing properties, but can also clean the opponent's energy. The user can thus essentially drain away an opponent's energy, leaving them in a clean and shiny state that is extremely smooth. The user can also shield themselves from attacks by consolidating these bubbles together around themselves to create a protective barrier that takes the form of an enormous bar soap. However, the bubbles generated by the user can be washed away by water. Likewise, their smoothed opponents can be reverted to their original state by being exposed to water. Also, while a strong gust of wind will not nullify the bubbles' effects, it can blow them away before they have a chance to drain the target of their energy. Number 2. The Swamp Fruit. This devil fruit allows the user to sink into the ground, becoming a swamp-like substance. This fruit gives Caribou the ability to create bottomless swamps that are inescapable. Once someone is caught in Caribou's swamp, struggling makes them sink further. The swamp serves as both a storage space and a means to trap enemies. Caribou can store an unlimited amount of items inside his body using the swamp. This includes food that remains edible for a long time, with Caribou boasting about having a month's worth of rations stored inside him. He can also store weapons and bring them out when needed. The swamp can keep creatures alive, but Caribou can also use it to drown opponents if he chooses to. The major weakness of the swamp fruit is that the user cannot revert to their original form if they are trapped in a space that their normal body cannot fit in. This flaw allowed Frankie to capture and seal Caribou in a barrel easily. Additionally, the fruit lacks offensive abilities beyond the capability to drowning opponents in the created swamp. Since the mud in the swamp is essentially a mixture of earth and water, Caribou becomes susceptible to individuals who can manipulate water like Jinbei. Number 1. The Bomb Fruit. The user of this fruit has the unique ability to turn their body parts into living bombs, causing powerful explosions that only harm others and not themselves. They can even use bodily emissions like mucus and breath for ranged attacks if they can weaponize these substances. The Bomb Fruit, despite promising explosive power, disappoints with weak bursts that fail to impress in the One Piece universe. Users of the fruit are seen as mere party tricks rather than formidable threats, leaving both pirates and enemies unimpressed by its lack of impact. And there you have it. Our exploration of the top 5 worst devil fruits in One Piece wrap up our list. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our explorations into the fascinating worlds of anime and beyond. Until next time, keep embracing the quirks that make you extraordinary. See you soon.